Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you some new items that I am adding to my shop. I've got two different sets of recipe index cards, and then I've got a set of craft cards. They have all kinds of different types of crafts and handiwork on them. And so we're going to go through these. I'll show you what I've got, and then after that we will do a project with some of the ones that we had left over. So get yourself a drink, get yourself comfy, get a snack, and I will meet you right back here after this. Like I said, I have some recipe and craft index cards that I want to share with you that are in my shop. When you see the video, these will be listed in my shop. They come in different sets and they're different sizes. These are compliments of my friend Carol because she is not only generous and kind, but she's also extremely tenacious, and she had seen these at the outlet bins and didn't pick them up. She did pick them up and then forgot to get them out of the cart or whatever. Anyway, so they ended up going back, and she very kindly went back the next day and found them all over again. So she found me a couple of boxes full, which just has me excited because she knows I love these, love using these kinds of cards as ephemera. So let me show you what I've got. This first set, this is from Better Homes and Gardens, and the year is 1979. And what you're going to get in this set, there are 20 cards total. So one of them is the index divider card, and it's a little bit taller, and then it has this number here. And then the other 19 are recipe cards. These are from a variety of categories. So there's the picture on the front and instructions on the back. And I'll just kind of flip through here so you can get a good look at what some of them are. I tried to give you a selection of meats and sandwiches, fruits, desserts, and of course under desserts there's all kinds. There's cakes, there's cookies, there's candy, there's frozen desserts and quick desserts and no-bake desserts. So I also put in soups and sides, so you get a pretty good variety in this particular pack. Okay, so that's set number 1. And I think I'll just call them Better Homes and Gardens recipe cards, vintage recipe cards. The second set right here are from a set of craft cards that were put out by Leisure Arts, and I believe the date on them was 1975. And there were tons and tons of these, so I have a lot of sets of them. In each pack you will get 21 pieces, so you're going to get 17 of the actual craft cards that have the pictures, and then you're going to get 3 that what they called the master cards, which kind of explain the different categories of craft, and then 1 divider card. So I tried to mix them up. You're getting a variety of categories. So some of them are just 1 page, and it has the picture on the front and instructions on the back. And these are a little bit smaller. They're roughly a 3.5, 4-inch square maybe, or maybe 4.5 by 4, something like that. And then some of them are just the 1 page. Some of these fold out. So these would be really fun. If you didn't want to use the pictures and images on them, you could always cover them and turn them into trifolds, or do decoupage, do all kinds of things with them. So I'm just going to flip through this set here, just to give you an idea. There's needlework, there's crochet, there's woodworking, there's even some of these were about cooking and special events. See, so this one has how to make all the different numbers. And jewelry, making things with natural items. There's string art, kids making things for kids. Just all kinds of categories. So this one, the 3 master cards are for jewelry, enamel, needle weaving, and then the index card here. So that's one set, and then I'm going to show you this other set I have, just it's a little bit different. So of course, all of these sets of the recipe cards and these craft cards, of course, they're not going to be identical, but they will be similar, and they will have a selection of the different categories. So these are just interesting. I like the color selections. They're just very, very retro. So, they even had a section on bookbinding, which was interesting. There were 3 or 4 little cards on that. So, tissue boxes. I think we've all been decorating tissue boxes probably about as long as there's been Kleenex in a box. Well, this one, the 3 master cards cover decoupage, applique, enamel craft. Then there's the index divider card. So I have quite a few sets of those. The last set that I am adding to the shop are also recipe cards. These are Betty Crocker, and I believe they were from 1975. Yeah, 1975. And you will get 12 cards total. One of them is the divider card. One of them is going to be a, here it is, one that has tips, or sometimes it's a contents card, because there were several cards that didn't have enough to put in every pack, but they weren't, you know, they were interesting. So sometimes they have tips on different things that you can do in the kitchen, or sometimes they have the table of contents from that section. And then you'll get 11 of the categorized cards. And again, I tried to mix up if they were desserts, salads, meats. You get a variety. Has the step-by-step pictures on the front and the instructions on the back. So these are a little bit taller and narrower. So they're about like a 5 by 3.5, something like that. Maybe 5 by 4, 6 by 4. I don't know if I need to put the measurements in the listing or not. I might, just so you have a good idea of how big and tall they are. But so that is set number 3 that's going in the shop. Let me show you this other one here. It was a little bit different. There's the index divider cards have different colors along the top, and then this is one that has the contents card instead of a tip. One of the tips. And there you go. All kinds of interesting things. I did pull out, as I was going through all of these to divide them up, I pulled out ones that are relevant to the kinds of journals that I have in mind to make. So it was a good way for me to go through the list and pull out and do that all at one time instead of having to sort through stacks and stacks to find specific recipes. So that's what I have. And I think I told you there's 12 of these. That's one divider card, one tips or table of contents card, and 10 recipe cards. Okay, so now I'm going to transition to my sewing machine. We'll see how we get this set up, and I'm going to show you a little project that I have in mind that I wanted to do with some of the leftover cards. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm all set up. I'm going to try this. I don't know if when I use the machine it may jiggle the table too much, so we'll just see, because I feel like showing you is better than trying to just explain to you. What I wanted to do with these leftover cards, as you can see, some of these are pretty junked up at the top. They're pretty beat up. They did not make it into the packs, but I still want to do something with them. So I'm going to make little booklets. Now this is based on an idea that I saw Gayle Agostinelli do a long time ago on her channel, and I went back to revisit what she did, but I'm going to put my own spin on it. So if you want to check out her video, they're called Recipe Booklets, I think is the name of her video, and it's from 2018, so it's been quite a while since she did them. So she took the 2 cards and she put paper in between, and then she just sewed them together with a piece of fabric. So I've got one here to show you that I've done as an example, and I staggered my papers because they weren't long enough to fold in half and fit the whole way on these cards, so I just staggered them so you have a waterfall effect in there. Let's see if I can find this here. She just sewed right down the middle. She left a little space here between the 2 cards and sewed the paper in And then when you close it all up, it's a booklet. So I have this one here that I was showing you to demonstrate kind of what Gayle did. And then I'm going to do my own spin on it. We'll see if this works. The reason I want to change it up a little bit is because I have a whole stack of notepads, lined notepads. And so obviously they're not going to be long enough to fold in half, but I think I might be able to do a little variation on it and use up some of these notepads that I've got and still have something that resembles this, okay? I've got some fabrics here that I just pulled out. What you want is strips of fabric. You're going to have strips, and they need to be about 2 inches wide. So I'm going to use some of these strips because I think they're really cute, and I'm going to be making these booklets keeping in mind some of the future projects that I have. If I want to change it up, I've got some of these other ones here. And then I've got my sewing machine set up, and yeah, we're just going to go to town. So I want to start with, I think these guys right here, they're about the right size. So here's a couple of leftovers. So we're going to put them with the picture sides out, okay? And I'm just going to pick a fabric that I would like to use, and I feel like maybe this pretty blue would look nice on there. And I've got some of my sewing gear out. So this is a seam gauge, and I've already set it to the 2 inches. Let's see if I can get where you can see me. Set it to the 2 inches. So I'm just going to snip at 2 inches wide, give or take. Okay, I'm just going to tear it. I'll set the little extra piece aside, pull off the extra threads. Okay. And then I need my gluing mat because I don't want to get glue all over my table. So this is just one of those Dollar Tree cutting mats that are real thin. So here we go. So let me get where you can see me. This is really awkward because the camera is just like right off my shoulder and I don't have a lot of space to work with. If I scoot my machine over, you can't see me sew. So we're going to just glue on each side here. You only want to leave a little space between these two. Let's see, am I doing this right? Okay, hold on, let me stop. Stop! Before I do that, let me think about this for a sec. Because what I want to do, which notepad do I want? I want this notepad. I want the pink notepad. So what I want to do, what I was thinking I would do is just sew these, since they're not long enough to actually fold in half. I thought I would just sew them to the back and then do the gluing of the fabric strip. Then you still have your notepad in here with the lines, and it still has the cute element with the fabric. So that was my thought. So all I have to do, I guess, is decide which one I want to be front and which one I want on the back. So who looks? I think I want the apricot prune on front. So that means I want to sew these to the back. So here we go, because I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work or not, guys. We'll see. We will see. I'm going to do a zigzag because I think that'll help hold it a little bit better. And since my machine has come back from the shop, it should be doing okay. Oh, it's going to shake you. And I'm afraid that this is going to jiggle the camera too much while I sew. So I'm going to pause you, and then I'm going to come back and show you after I've sewn it. All right, I have returned. The idea of sewing on camera did not work very well because it shakes the table too much. So then I tried holding the camera with one hand and trying to sew with the other, and then it got a big knot in the bottom of it, and then my thread broke. None of that was working very well, so I just turned the camera off and went ahead and fixed my issue. However, this is how it turned out. So I went ahead and stitched the papers to the card, and I used a zigzag stitch. And then I just glued the fabric. I laid my 2 pieces down like this and glued my fabric strip to each side. And I left a little bit of space, as you can see right here. It's about 1/8 of an inch or so. So that's how that turned out. I will go back and embellish the front a little bit more. So since that didn't work too well to sew on camera, let me put together a couple more, then I will go away and sew and bring them back and show you, okay? Okay. I feel like I need to redeem myself here, but you know, that's the way crafting goes sometimes, isn't it? It just works or it doesn't. All right, let's see. Who do we want to do next? So I'm going to set this one aside. Let's try a couple of these guys. Now, I still have this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing 4. I guess you could do more if you want. I don't want it so thick that it can't sew through. And I do want to trim this. Uh-oh, I brought my tear ruler so I can tear. I don't have to cut. Let's see, how tall do we want you? I want to tear these right about here. Okay, so then I'm going to sew across here. Let's find a fabric that we like that will go with this. I pulled off a piece of this yellow earlier because I kind of like the yellow. I'm feeling yellow. Let's see how that would look on here. Does that look pretty? What do you guys think? Yeah? Should we go pink? We could go pink. What do you guys think? Pink or yellow? I don't know. I'm just not feeling happy right now with all of my choices. I have this cute. Oh, maybe this one. This one's red, but it has some brown in it. Yeah, that's the one I want. That is it. So this is not quite straight. Hopefully. Should I try to tear it or should I just cut it? Yeah, you're right. I should just cut it. I'm not using pins. I'm using those little fabric clips. I'm going to just clip it together really fast. And try to straighten up this edge here. And I'll give it a little zigzag with my pinking shears. That'll give it some character. When I got my machine fixed, I asked them if they sharpened pinking shears, and they do not, unfortunately. So these are even older than my machine. Is that straight? Close enough. The part that's not as straight, we'll just trim that off. How's that sound? There we go. Now we have a cute little peaked edge. And now we will trim this right here. The width of the card. Oh, you know what I should have used? Maybe I'll do it on the next ones. I have this very 70s ruffle here, and I used it on my recipe binder that was called Mama's Kitchen. You can see that in one of my videos from earlier this year, my Christmas in July sale, but I still have some of this left, and I just love it. It's so 70s, it's crazy. So maybe I'll use that on the next one because it's totally perfect. I might have to tear out the ruffle though, because it's a little too, well, maybe not. That actually might look kind of cute, huh? Okay, all right, anyway, moving on. I'm getting distracted. Okay, so we are going to clip this here so I can sew that, and then we're going to put this on the front. Okay, so there's one. Let's do another one. I don't know if I have any other. I have these little guys too that fit. Those are the right size. These are the ones from the Dollar Tree, but I think I want to brighten up the color that's inside. Is that? I feel like that's what I want right there. something a little brighter than the tan. So 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I just need, oh, I don't even have to trim off the top. Look at that, that's perfect. Okay, so let's do that. Clip you there. And then we will put some ruffle across the top. No, that won't work, will it? Oh, I can't do it unless I have a fabric under it. Because you need the hinge, you need the fabric hinge. Oh, shucks. Well, I'll have to think some more on that one. In the meantime, how about either this? I love this denim. This denim is very nice for everything. Or this. Not feeling it. Let's go back to that green that I had. Wait, didn't I have another green? I had another green. Hold the phone. Where are you? Yeah. I think this one will work. This one. That's pretty, right? Yeah, that'll work. Okay. I'll use that green on this one. I got another piece right there for something. Okay, there's that one. So we'll just get a few of these queued up. Then I'll sew them. Then we'll come back and glue. Let's see. Let's do one of these tall guys. Ooh, look at that. Oh yeah, let's do some desserts. Ooh, and let's do the pink fabric. Okay. Yeah. And then where's my other notepad? Here we go. This one. I think this is really cute. And it's just the right size for these guys. Let's see. Ooh, just a touch too long. But don't worry, we can fix that. 3, 4. I know you were worried, but don't be worried. I need my paper scissors though, because this isn't a big enough edge to use my tearing ruler on. That does give me another idea though. So I've been thinking about some projects I could do that if you don't have a machine, I could show you how to do a little bit of getting the sewing look without using a machine. Okay, it's got something on it. What do you have on you? It's like a flaw in the paper, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, who do we want to be front? I think the strawberry squares want to be the front, and you want to be the back. So we're going to put that one here. And a clip. And then we're going to do this pretty trim, pretty fabric. And let's see. I'm guesstimating, not even measuring. I kind of want the zigzag though. I want the pinked edge on that. Let's clip you in place really quick. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be cute. That's like, that says ice cream shop all over it. The Sunday shop. We used to have a place here a long time ago called the, wasn't it the Ice Cream Palace? Seems like. Michelle, you're going to have to help me remember the name of that place now. It was there for quite some time and then it went away. It just wasn't getting enough business, but it was at what we used to call a mall that was not even remotely like a mall. Boise's been so deprived for so long, but anyway, it was at the Westgate Mall, and yeah, I think it was called the Ice Cream Palace. This reminds me of the Ice Cream Palace. How fun. Okay, so that's going to go there, and this is going to go here, and then I can put some pretty rickrack or something up there. And I can actually practice staying in frame. That'd be good. That would make you all happy, wouldn't it? Oh, let's see, I needed to trim you. Trim to the right width. Okay. Throw that in my basket. There, that's gonna be cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's do one more. Let's do one with these tall guys here. So, and of course, we're going to want happy endings that help you stay in shape on the front. Don't you think? Oh, and then we can use this pretty red fabric. Do I have another red? Oh, I had that one. This one's too burgundy. Yeah, we're going to go with the red. So let me cut it to the right width. Oh no, I can do it here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Yeah, just switching gears. Now we'll cut it to the right width. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Pull all the extra threads off. No, I don't save them. I don't care. If I really want them, I'll just go back and get them out of my trash. Or just pull some thread off and wind it up. I know there are people who do that. It's okay. That's your thing. That's fine. I just don't want to save everything. Okay, so you're going to go on the front. Clippy. And then these guys want, which notepad do you want? And where did they all go? That's the question of the day. Should we still do the pink? Let's do one of these other ones here. Good thing you can't see me smashing everything over here. This one I haven't opened yet, but look at that. That would be kind of cute, wouldn't it? That'd be cute. That one just says notes, notes, notes up at the top, but then has these cute kissy lips at the bottom. I haven't even used this one, and I've had it for forever. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So right about there. Oh, I was going to show you a way to do this without sewing. Okay, so my idea on this was, if you don't have the sewing machine, well, first of all, put the side out that you want to have out. And if you don't have a sewing machine, excuse me, you could staple. See? Maybe we'll do 3, just so if you decide to tear off a page, then it won't buckle in the middle. What do you think? So we're going to staple that, and then we can just do this one right now because it doesn't have to be sewn. Then when we put the fabric over, it'll help cover up the staples, because I'm real stickler about covering up this part so you don't get hurt. So give me a second. I'm going to go, I also like to pound them down with a small hammer, so I'm going to go pound these, and I'll be right back to glue. There we go. I just flattened these little staples. Can you see? It's not focusing. I just flattened the staples with a hammer a little bit. It would make me really sad if somebody got injured using one of my journals. So anyway, I just like to be careful. Now, so since we don't have to sew this one, let's go ahead and glue this and see how it turns out, and then we will sew the others off camera. So you want to leave a little bit of a space here. Oh, stuck. Always have a wet wipe handy. Here we go. Give them about 1/8 of an inch of space there. Make sure they're lined up. It looks like they are. I'm off center now. Yeah, there we go. And then just gonna lay this here. So it just covers those colored borders at the top of the card. Let's see. Oh, not quite enough. The nice thing about the fabric tack is that you do have a little bit of time to reposition everything. Okay, we're going to give it a good press because these were kind of wrinkled and beat up at the top. They're not laying real flat. So we're going to convince them to lay flat. And because I pounded down the staples, I'm not hurting myself when I run my finger over this. There we go. There we go. Now I'm going to grab a flower. More things that I've had in my stash for an age. These were Martha Stewart. I got them at Michael's, but again, guys, it's been probably 5-6 years. Time to use them up, right? Here's the front. I'm going to glue that on there. Should we put rickrack? I don't think so. This is a little too pink, but maybe I'll put some red glitter on it or something. And since we're gluing onto fabric, we're going to use the Fabri-Tac to stick it down. I like these because they're nice and flat. There we go. Very nice, very nice. All right, nice. Now, give me a second. Here, let's take a look at this really quick though. How it looks when we open it up. You can still see those little lips up there. That's kind of cute. Oh, and you still have one thing that says notes. That's nice. Oh, all right, that's cute. Okay, so let me set this aside. I'm going to sew up these other ones that we have, and then I'll be right back and we can decorate them up. Okie dokie. So I've gotten all of my cards sewn up, and I've gone ahead and glued on the fabric strips. I figured you didn't need to watch me glue fabric strips on again. So as you can see, I've sewn each one, the pages to the inside, then I glued the fabric strips. So now we are going to decorate. I pulled out some embellishments so that we can make these look pretty, and then I've got these flowers here, and we will go ahead and decorate very quickly. I have a little dish here off to the side that is housing my pen, my glue cap, and then the glue can drip onto it if it needs to. So here we go. This one I'm going to use a wide rickrack. I was noticing that the glue, if I get too much on underneath, kind of looks shiny, so I want to cover that up as much as possible. Oop. Come on. There we go. This is a wide rickrack. There we go. And then, since there's that little bit of green in the flowers here, I'm going to add a green flower, which I'm not sure that flowers really are green, but it looks pretty. I guess they're green before they get to full maturity and turn yellow, or turn their color, you know. So anyway, there we go. Green flower. Isn't that cute? Oh, that's so adorable. Okay, there's that one. Now I have this one that I did earlier and this one, and I'm going to put the same trim on both of them. And then the way, this was wide, very wide here, so it ended up covering, the fabric covered all of that border at the top, so you really can't tell. So on this one, I think I'm going to put the trim closer down to the bottom edge so it looks finished. This one has a pin. This is starting to drip, so we're going to grab it really fast and just run some glue across both. Oh, that looks nice. This one has a little bit of a lump. Hold on. Gotta get that out. Get that out of there. And then, let's see, I have this one. Right side, wrong side, right side. There's that. Oops. As I drag it through the glue over here. Nice. There we go. So that just makes this edge look a little more finished since it covered up that border here. And then as far as flowers, I think that this, even though it's kind of a red, it is deep enough that it goes really well with that burgundy. So we're going to do that. And I think just to shake things up, we're going to put it right in the middle. And we're going to take off this because I don't need it to be raised up necessarily. Goodbye. Pop dot? No pop dot. There we go. It still has a little bit stuck on there, doesn't it? I'm all gluey. Yeah. Okay, let's put that one right in the middle. That's pretty. Oh, that would work for Christmas, wouldn't it? I could do a Christmas one with that. You're not quite centered. There we go. That's better. Isn't that interesting though, how the burgundies, the red and the burgundy, they're close enough together that you can get away with that. There's the back. There's the inside. So there's that one. And then on this one, I was just going to put a white flower. I want to make sure that I move my flowers around. I'm going for the blue and white, but now I'm seeing that yellow. I don't think, do you think I want a different color there? No, no. No, no, no. Okay, stick with this. Maybe I should do him in the middle too. What do you think? Why not? Shake it up a little bit. There's that. I'm going to go grab my glitter glue really fast because I wanted to change that one to red, and I think I want that one to be yellow in the middle. Let's see if we can make this work. It's been a while since I've, oh. So that's more gold than yellow. I don't like it. Left a little gold around the outside edge though. That's kind of cute. I don't like that. Okay, I've got these liquid pearls that I've never used, but it says it's a daffodil yellow. So let's try that. I just think my daisy needs a yellow center, not a pink one. Does this need to be opened? Okay, I'm having a problem. Where's that pin? Come here, pin. Goodness, it's like just not in the rhythm today, I guess. Thought I was. It's not in the rhythm to record. Now please don't just squirt all over. Thank you. There. Now I have a pearlized center instead of a glittery center. It's going to take a while for that bad boy to dry, so I'm going to have to be very careful with it until then. Okay, I think I like that better. And then I'm gonna doctor this one really fast. It's been a long time since I've used all my glitter glues. Oh, got a little too much. Too much. Okay, try again. Without making a mess. I'm having a difficulty today. There, better, much better. And where's your lid? What did I just do with you? You're under there, aren't you? Okay, there's that, but you know what? I think to cover up that glue, I think I want some of this white rickrack. See how there's all that glue? See if I can get this under the flower. Probably not now that I'm doing it after the fact. Let's see. Yeah, I like that better. I have some really tiny white rickrack, but I'm afraid it would it will be too small on here, and then with the glue and everything, it'll just look like a big gluey mess. I can lift that up just a smidge, then I can this glue is either gooing out, globbing out, or not coming out at all. It needs to make up its mind. Okay, one of these. Okay. There, that's better. That's what it needed. Okay, so there's that, okay. All right, now your petals are stuck. They're bent out of shape. And I've got glue on the card. Oh goodness, I'll have to fiddle with that later. Clean that up later. Okay, there's that one, there's that one. I don't know, I feel like this just needs something. I think now like the blue is all wrong, but oh well, oh well. It is what it is. I could fiddle with it all day long and not really make it better. There's that one, and then let's see, I've got this one here still. We have this one, the pink pages inside. I need to do that. And I've got this teensy tiny little rickrack. You know, now that I put the pin back in here, I wonder if I could layer, because I kind of want that to cover that. Will that look good? Look at it through the camera. Not really digging it. Nope. I'll just stick with this. So this is some of that teeny tiny rickrack, so let's see how the glue does with it. If I'm really careful. There. There's that. And then that one is also getting a white flower, which means I'm going to have to change your center. Probably going to change it to red. I liked how that looked. Yeah. That looked good with the red, didn't it? Okay. These pop dots on these flowers are flat enough that it doesn't really matter if they stay on or not. But the other one was too thick. There we go. There we go. And red glitter. Gently this time. Oh, come on now. Be nice to me. There. Just the itsy bitsy bit. It's kind of watery, isn't it? So all these are going to take a while to dry. I suppose I could get out my heat gun and blast them, but I probably won't. So there's that one. Okay, so I have these guys. Now I have one left, and that is because I just wanted to do another one or two while I was off camera. So I had the leftover pieces from that waterfall from this one. So it had the leftover pieces that I had trimmed. So I just went ahead and did another one. And then I tried with this one, I decided I would sew the fabric instead of gluing it to the cards, and then sewed the pages inside. If that makes sense. And then it was just looking kind of plain. So then I made a tab. Now I just took an extra square and then I sewed along that edge and this edge so it would line up when I glued it on. But I could have, if I'd thought of it beforehand, I could have just sewn it on when I sewed these cards to the fabric. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, so what I want to do here is put some red rickrack and a button like that. And I was going to sew my button off camera, and I did not. I forgot. So, take a quick second to do that. All right, the button is threaded. I'm back. So now we will lay these down really quick. I'm raising this up so I can see it. I know that looks weird on camera, but if I lay it flat, I can't see what I'm doing. There's that. Here's that. Give it a little snip along the edge. There we go. And apply button. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Uh-oh, more glue. Okay, come on. More glue. He's gonna need to be clamped in place for a minute. I don't have one. I will hold it. Stay there, little buddy. Okay, so that concludes my demonstration. Let's bring everybody out here so you can see, and I'm gonna pull up a little bit, and maybe so you can see more of them in frame. Cap my glue because it's pretending that it is Mount Vesuvius right now. There we go. Let's bring everyone up. Looky how cute. If I do say so myself. And let's bring Pinky over. Yeah. Have to be careful of these ones where I changed out the middle because it's going to take them a while to dry. But that is what we have. So folks, thanks for sticking with me here to the end. And today's quote of the day, I only have one. And I got this from my friend Lori over at Positive Thanks Living. She's been doing a tag challenge, 1 tag a week or something like that. So the other day she posted this little saying and I loved it. So I told her I was going to steal it. Today's thought says, today, throw kindness around like confetti. So as you go out into the world, I want you to throw kindness around like confetti and have a wonderful week. Be inspired and do something creative till next week when we meet back here again. All right, thanks everyone. See you next week. Bye-bye.